Hola, and welcome to day 6 of my 30-day live challenge, where I am using live to practice verbal communication, public speaking, get a little more comfortable in front of the camera. And this is at the advice of a coach that I respect and trust a great deal. And so this is, the advice was essentially go live for 30 days and practice, because that's where you're actually going to improve the most. And the goal here is just to get more comfortable. I probably won't get as comfortable speaking as I am with writing, but to close the gap a little bit. And so this is day 6, and I'm going live today. And the question I want to ask is, are you overqualifying your prospects? So I've worked with a number of sales teams that are selling coaching programs and consulting services. And one of the things that often comes up is how much do you qualify on the front end? So imagine they come through your funnel, they are talking to someone on your sales team, somebody on your sales team gets them on the phone, and they say, "Oh, I'm looking for done for you services. Like, I'm actually looking for somebody to do lead gen for me, or I'm looking for somebody to do the marketing for me, or I'm looking for somebody to do the sales for me. And I wasn't really looking for coaching." Now, some programs will train you to say, "All right, you're not looking for coaching. See you, bye." And the reason I ask if you're overqualifying is twofold. Now, one, keep in mind, this applies the larger your business gets. If you're selling consulting or coaching, the larger your business gets, the more entrenched into the market that you get, the more you have to do a better job of generating demand, and not just capturing the demand. So when I ask if you're overqualifying, one part of this has to do with where you are in your business's growth. If you just started your coaching program 3 months ago and you've got 5 clients in there, you can afford to overqualify. Like, you're really looking for your right fit clients, your actual, like, you're not just your ideal, not just like an ICP, like, you're looking for the perfect client. You want case studies on the front end, not just clients. So you can usually afford to be picky, so long as you have enough traffic coming through your funnel, and selecting the people that you want to work with, and making sure that they're going to get the transformation that you promise. Now, as you get a little bit bigger, though, your practices you have to expand the way that you do this a little bit, because there are only so many exact right fit clients. And so you're gonna get to a point when you cross 5 million in revenue, 10 million in revenue, that you're gonna start talking to people that get on the phone, and when they say, I wasn't looking for coaching services, and that it changes a little bit at that point, because then the technique I would start to look at is challenging people to, respectfully, professionally, obviously, challenging people to tell me what it is that they're actually looking for. And what I mean by that is, they say, "I'm not looking for coaching, I'm looking for done for you services." The way that I would respond to that is, "Okay, cool, totally understand. Let me ask you, what are you expecting to get when you hire somebody? Like, what's the end result that you're really looking to get out of this?" And they'll usually tell you, "Well, I want more leads. I want better sales. I want some result." And we refer to that as, that's the transformation. Like, that's the thing that they really want. Now, what they're talking to you about is the mechanism. What they're talking about is, I believe that the best mechanism to get there is to hire an agency that's just going to do all this for me. And if I'm selling, if I'm in the salesperson's shoes, what I would be trying to get at, genuinely and with actual curiosity, is, why is it that you believe? Because what you really want is, you want the end result. And do you really want done for you? Do you care how you get it? If say you're trying to 5x your business, and you're looking for a marketing agency to stand up a funnel to generate enough leads to get you there, is it the done for you agency services that you're really looking for, or is it enough leads to 5x your business? Chances are it's enough leads to 5x your business. And at that point, then we can start talking about, is the mechanism that you're choosing the right one? And so if I'm in the position of selling the coaching services, I'm asking, okay, what are you expecting to get? Like, what do you really want out of this? And then I want to ask, why is it that you think done for you services is the best solution for you? And then you can actually open up a dialogue. You can open up a conversation, and without being pushy, without being salesy, you can really try to start to unpack why is it that they think the particular solution that they're looking for is the best way to get them to the transformation, to the result that they want. And if you can open up that dialogue in a sincere, like authentic way, then you have the chance to position your solution, your mechanism, as perhaps the best way to get there. And this is like, if I'm selling cars, my competition isn't just other cars. My competition is, it's perhaps a bike, it's perhaps a bus, it's perhaps something else. Because what I really want is, I want a reliable mode of transportation, or I want a cost-effective way of getting from home to work, or whatever it is. But if I just assume, hey, a car is going to be the best thing to get there. Now, if I come across somebody that's selling bikes, and he says, okay, like, what do you use the car for? Well, really just to go from here to there. Okay, well, you're going to carry insurance, you're going to do this, you've got liability, you've got to park the damn thing. Like, if you use a bike, it's a reasonable distance. You're going to save on gas, you're going to save on some expenses, you're going to get healthier, and you can start to, okay, solution I hadn't actually considered. And it goes from selling to problem solving. Now, going back to the coaching example, when you're talking to somebody and they think that done for you services is the way to go, and you can open up that dialogue and you can start to ask the questions, you can start to introduce a new mechanism to help them achieve the goal that they want. And when it comes to coaching, the thing that I would be leaning into is, okay, like, even let's assume that this agency is going to get you there, and chances are they aren't. I wouldn't say that, but actually, it might. But let's assume that they do get you there. What happens if something happens to that agency? What happens if they go bankrupt? What happens if the owner goes to jail? What happens if they sell the company? Like, what? Well, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're relying on that agency for something that's as crucial to your business as oxygen is to your body. And wouldn't it make you feel more confident if you had those skills in-house? Or if you at least had the know-how in-house, or you at least had the strategy built in-house, and then you outsource just the execution of something. Because by hiring a done-for-you agency to come in and fix this hole in your business, even if they're successful, your business is still at risk. Whereas by working with us, what we can do is we can teach you and your team how to do what they're doing. And then at the end of the day, if you don't want to execute it, that's perfectly fine. But you at least have some options, and you can hold the agency more accountable because you know what you're looking for and you know what good looks like. And so these are all the other things that a lot of founders, a lot of prospects maybe haven't thought through. Like, they're just trying to get their problem solved today. And you're consulting them, you're coaching them in the process by asking the right questions. So full circle back at the beginning, are you overqualifying your prospects? Are you only looking for, or is your sales team only looking for people that are already basically layups? Okay, they know exactly who they are. They know that they want to work with us. They know that coaching is the solution that they want. They know, like, they have all these things. Well, and I'm just here basically to run through a presentation and take an order. And that's not always the best way. It's not the way that you're going to maximize results long term, especially as you get bigger and all the low hanging fruit starts to wither away or starts to be taken. And you have to really start looking at how you're gonna convert prospects that aren't completely pre-sold. So food for thought. Hope it helps, and thanks for watching.